Gentlemen, start your engine!
Drivers, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Remember when I told all my drivers, reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time? Drivers, start your engines!
And gentlemen, start your engine!
And welcome back to another episode of Green White Checkered Podcast. We are back to talk about Darlington. Playoffs are finally set. We have all 16 drivers that have made it. What an exciting race. Tons of stuff happened to the playoff contenders. You know, Bubba, Buescher, Chastain. I mean, we almost had a Kyle Busch win. It was an exciting finish. So I guess we'll just start off right away. Zach, Kyle Busch was chasing down Chase Briscoe at the end of this race.
Yes.
How do you feel about this race?
I mean, speaking just as a NASCAR fan and not leaning into the Kyle Busch stuff, I mean, I thought the first two stages or whatever, the large portion of the race was pretty mid, not much going on. There's some different strategy elements. Denny Hamlin running long, like he would run like 5, 6, 7, 8 laps longer than everybody else. You know, it was kind of interesting to see how that would play out. But it was pretty, Larson took the lead and he just took off. And it was kind of just that for a little while. And then whenever that caution came out, lap 40 to go, 50 to go, whatever it was, then it got really interesting and things got really crazy. So, yeah. But speaking from the Kyle Busch fandom, it was super frustrating, dude. I was up, I was screaming, "Go Kyle!" My wife's texting me, "What the hell is going on?" And I'm just yelling, and dirty air got the better of him. He just couldn't. He would get like within 0.3 and then just wash out. So it just sucked. But that restart he did was amazing. That was like just circa 2009 Kyle Busch restart. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, it was an exciting finish. I was at a fantasy football draft and we were watching it, and we're all cheering against Kyle Busch. So we all wanted Chase Briscoe for some odd reason.
Kind of chaos. I get it.
Yep. Joe, how'd you feel about this race?
And similar to Zach, the first little bit was just kind of whatever, right? Everyone's just racing around, but the last stage was awesome, and the move Briscoe. He even tweeted today, like, the whole like slingshot engage thing. Like, that was a pretty sick move. I mean, he passed 3 guys in one corner there, with that momentum. I think Lee Diffie again made the race really awesome as well. He's so on it, and we had Kyle versus Chase 2.0 because we had the Xfinity thing from 2020, which Chase won that battle, but I enjoyed that last little bit. I wish the whole race was maybe a little more entertaining, but what are you going to do? I thought, and maybe we'll get into this later, I thought it was a good cutoff race.
Yeah.
I know there's mixed feelings about like that versus Daytona, but I thought that's a more pure cutoff race. There's no like BS luck involved. So I enjoyed it. Loved Darlington.
Yeah, we were all upset last year when the schedule came out and Darlington was the end race and not, Daytona, but it worked out. I mean, this was an exciting race, or at least finish. But yeah, Austin, feelings, thoughts?
I mean, I think the most exciting part, apart from like a little bit of chaos, I guess, throughout, but was the playoff points battle. I think it was cool to see those lines moving around. And kind of, as random people took the lead, like what that did to people, and just kind of seeing guys having a, I don't know. I thought that was a really interesting part, and that's one reason I like the playoffs is those generate that kind of excitement for an otherwise kind of lackluster race. That was the main thing I was watching most of the race. I was at a poker night and we had it up, and I was like, that was the main thing I was watching really the whole time. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was mid at best. I like to see Briscoe get one. I do like Briscoe. I was kind of hoping for Kyle to get one, which seems against my nature, but
there was a lot of Kyle Busch fans. It was weird.
Since he switched to 8-man, he's not really the villain as much anymore. So
it's going away.
So I'm like, all right, I want to see him do well, especially with how rough of a go he's had at this season. But yeah, I don't know. He was that close again. I was like, come on, just get one,
Yeah, there's
Maybe
rumors he
plays
might be a
2 weeks in a row.
teammate soon, so then I got to become a Kyle Busch fan. But it's not happening until then.
I doubt it. That's just Reddit bullshit.
I know. Hey, I said it a couple months ago.
It's fun to think about as a Kyle fan because I want to get away from fucking RCR, but it's just.
Yeah, I said it back in May or June that it was going to happen, but it'd be hilarious if it did.
It would.
But as far as the playoff contenders go, it started off with a bang. Martin Truex, what was it, lap 12, gets loose, overcorrects, takes him and Blaney out. Just, man, you just had to finish. You could have finished anywhere. And
same thing with Daytona. He could just
points.
He could have done
points.
that anything at Daytona, and he had whatever happened there. Then he goes to Darlington, has that craziness happen. Like, dude, just ride.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which he instantly knew he made a big mistake and said on the radio, but
sure.
He still
made it.
squeezes in. Yep, still squeezes in barely. It was what, 6 points, I think.
It wasn't much.
Yeah. And what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Bubba Wallace and Ross Chastain. Well, yeah, Busher. Did Ross make it?
No.
Okay.
No,
yeah, all three of them
no.
didn't. Yeah. See, we were saying a couple weeks ago, it was like, oh, it's possible none of them could make it. And you got Harrison Burton come through with the win, and now you got Chase Briscoe, and guess what? None of them made it.
Yep.
And Ty Gibbs barely made it, and Truex, who I thought there was no chance he would even be close to losing it, almost lost it. So, but let's see, Busher had an incident. He got, I don't know, everybody's freaking out saying he right-reared Todd Gilliland. I don't see it.
No.
Why would
it look like
to right rear somebody? You got to like have a want to do it.
So, according to the SMT data, he turned left, but he was also in the freaking wall. Like, Gilliland ran him into the wall. There's the whole side's damaged. He's got to turn somewhere, right? He's got to go left. And I mean, that's on Todd. Just didn't give him room.
Turn 2, Darlington's so fucking tight. Like, it's just it's whatever. You go too wide, you're sort of
RCR crowd. Just trying to get,
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I do not identify as an RCR crowd. I'm just letting you put it out there.
Yeah, sure. I see you buying all those RCR diecast.
I actually don't have a single one.
Really? I thought you got a win last year.
I was going to get the Auto Club one, then I canceled it. I probably should, though, because I don't know if another one's coming.
I got it somewhere. But, yeah, no. So his day didn't go great. Bubba Wallace ends up getting caught in a big wreck, which Josh Berry, man, what are you doing? Just makes it 3 wide, forces it. Then he kind of slides up, but that's what you do in turn 1, right?
Right.
And ends up being a big wreck. There was a couple guys. Who was the other championship guy that was in it? I know it was Bubba. I can't think of the other person. But
was that in the Barry thing?
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs.
Gibbs was in there.
That's right. He was on the high side when it all started. So
he's the one. And that was the second time Barry did something like that, because he did something similar but not as egregious to Bell.
Yeah, he put somebody.
It's just like, dude, what do you? I get wanting to get after it, but back her down just a hair. Like,
yeah,
putting people in the wall.
But yeah, well,
whatever.
Ended his day. It is what it is.
Sure is.
Oh man, I don't even know what to talk about with this race. The finish is really
not a whole lot to talk about.
I know the finish.
Yeah.
The last 40 laps.
Like everybody's like, oh, it's like they get scored like a 90% in the Gluck poll. Like, I think the end was good, but like,
it was not a 90% race.
No, I'd say high 70, low 80, maybe.
Yeah,
like I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot going on most of the race. It started off with a bang with Truex and Blaney. They go, oh, this is gonna get wild, but then it just kind of, there was a little bit of interest there with.
I
racing it, making it seem better.
We had the Tyler Reddick almost throw.
Oh yeah, Tyler Reddick just like allegedly not shitting and throwing up all in the car.
Yeah, I just saw someone.
Only his interior guy will know.
Someone did a trading paint scheme for the 45 and dude wipes.
Which,
that's funny.
I guess we could talk about that. Like, I mean, what a performance. People want to talk about NASCAR drivers not being athletes and stuff like that. Like, and I saw this on Twitter somewhere. Like, what other sport are you deathly ill, throwing up and shitting yourself, and they keep you in the game?
Yeah.
And if Tyler Reddick comes out of the car there, he might not get the regular season championship, and the regular season championship might be what ends up taking him all the way to Phoenix. So it's like, that was a huge clutch moment, and he was still fast. Like, that's crazy to me. The guy's borderline shitting himself, and he's still hauling ass.
Gosh, I can't imagine. And that happened in like the first half of the race, like that started. I can't imagine if he actually did, poop himself. Like that would suck. You got 3 more hours in that car with poop in your fire suit. Like,
poop in your fire suit. I'm sure it was hot, and then you got just vomit like all over.
Yeah.
He said he was puking too.
He looked clean when he got out of the car, so I guess he didn't. I think he was saying he felt like he had.
He felt like he had to.
Still, man, when I'm
But he
sick,
never
I just
did.
want to lay on the couch. And
I know.
Not drive in a hot race car for 4 more hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it gets 115, 120 degrees in them race cars in the summer, and
Uh-huh.
I mean, granted, it was at night, so it's probably a little bit cooler, but still, you're at like the hardest track on the schedule, running the longest race of the year. I know the Coke 600, 600 miles, but I think time-wise, the Southern 500 is as long or longer, I think. I swear I saw it. Anyway.
It's not like you're at Charlotte where it's, or, a mile and a half where it's, not easy to drive, but easier to drive. You're at Darlington. And you're like having to wheel that thing while absolutely hating everything about what's going on. Yeah, I did not envy him in that situation.
So, I mean, and that got him the regular season championship. So that's a huge clutch move. I hope Denny gives him a big high five, big paycheck.
Yeah. My camera just like weirdly zoomed in.
Yeah, I did. It was doing that last week too.
It does that like once a week.
Now it's zooming out. Yeah. I don't know why I did it, but yeah, so Tyler Reddick wins the regular season championship, comes home P10. It got close there at the end. It could have been anybody's game. I think if Larson would have taken some tires, he probably would have easily had it.
You think they're a little annoyed at Ross because Ross stayed out on tires?
Oh yeah,
that restart
100%.
and put Larson in a bad spot, and that's where Larson lost control of the race. So I'm just wondering if like they're a little annoyed at Ross or not.
Who would have thought Ross would have just taken the lead there on that restart though? Like he
took off, but then they were catching him real.
Oh, they reeled him in, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't staying out there. He's got a really good launch, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But I mean, 3 laps is only 3 laps. You're not gonna light him up like crazy.
No.
Right.
But it's in the books now. We have our playoff standing set. You got Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe, Harrison Burton, Ty Gibbs, Martin Truex Jr. Yeah, it's a lot of names. We need to go back to 12.
Yeah, we do.
And then you could just do, 2 or 3 races to finish it out instead of just the single race of Phoenix.
There's a lot of things you could do. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We've bitched about the playoffs before, and I've been bitching about it all day on Twitter. So, yeah, it is what it is. 16 is too much. It's half a freaking field, but whatever. What are you going to do?
Yep. Well, Zach, you made us do a special playoff thing here. We want to go into that?
We can. We can just kind of go through. I don't know what the best way to do this is. Does everybody fill theirs out? Yeah,
You can share screen if you want. Put it up here.
Hold on. I'm just going to copy and paste everybody's. Why don't you do that while I do this? Get your stream set up because I'm just going to put us all on one page.
Oh, we all have different winners.
Do we?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it fun.
See, that's what I wanted. I didn't want any. I didn't want us to influence each other.
Yeah, I like that. Me and Zach have the same final 4.
I just said at the beginning of the year that.
Wait, me, Zach, and Joe all have the same final 4.
Do really?
Andrew has 2 different, I think. Yeah, he has 2 different.
I don't have Byron and I don't have Hamlin.
You have Bell and Blaney instead.
Why do I not only see? What do you got going on here, Zach?
What's the problem?
I only see 2.
Hold on. Nice.
It's great radio. Great radio.
Yeah.
Scroll
All right.
over, nerd.
Scroll over. Oh my god.
Yeah, zoom out. You got your font set to 100.
Yeah, I'm old as shit.
Old
bud.
ass man. Zoom out a little bit.
How do I zoom out?
All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
So the
for
weather.
Andrew,
Just go over to yours and we'll look at yours. We'll just go one by one, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the best
All right.
way to do this is.
Yeah. Get rid of this and move everything over.
Sure. You do what
But
you want.
all right, I guess round of 4. Who do we got going out? Suarez. I'm guessing everybody's got him.
Yes.
Yep, I got Swords out.
Harrison Burton.
Out.
Yep.
I then have Brad Keselowski out. And I know
Okay.
Austin does not.
I thought about taking him out.
I have.
I'm the only one.
Yep.
Truex is my like one driver like that I have out.
Okay. You had Truex out or no?
I have him out. Yes.
Okay. I have Truex in. I also have Gibbs in.
I have Gibbs in as well.
We have Gibbs making the round of 12. think we all do. Yep.
We do. Yep.
Here, I'll mark
I don't know
mine.
where we're all
red.
different.
I had Briscoe going to 12 as well.
I think the most striking difference is mainly just, I mean, we have similar Final Fours. Andrews, me, Zach, and Joe all have Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Denny Hamlin.
Oh, I got
Andrew
Chase.
has Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Ryan Blaney. The interesting thing too is that Andrew's winner is one of the drivers that none of the other 3 selected in our Final Four. He has Christopher Bell winning it. Meanwhile, I have Denny Hamlin, Joe has William Byron, and Zach has Kyle Larson.
Yep.
So very interesting. I think that's the main.
All 4 different.
All 4 different winners. Even the 3 of us have the same Final Four. So
Mine's different. I have Chase instead of Byron.
Okay, got it. So me and Joe have the same.
Yeah.
And Zach still doesn't know how to spell drivers' names because he's putting Elliot with 1 T. But,
Did I? Whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you see though, Zach? You were validated in your spelling of Logano on the trophy because they also spelled it as Lagano.
Yep.
Zach has this chronic thing where he, for the life of him, cannot spell Logano. He
It's a
always
choice.
spells it. He always
It's a
spells
choice
it
now.
Joey Lagano.
Yes.
So very validated by the trophy this weekend, also having that same misspelling. But
There you go.
yeah, I mean,
I
I think
have
it's
Chase- I have Chase not making the round of 8. I think that's a pretty big one, right?
I think
You
that's a
guys
big.
do the same.
I don't disagree with that. Honestly, I think that's a fair pick.
Just looking at the points, right?
Mhm.
You got the main guys just really have wrong thing. No difference. It's 2004 points and then up, that's 16th place. And then if you go to 8th place, it's 2008. So it's 4
Mhm.
points separating those guys. And I think once you get to the next round, that little difference, it's going to be anybody's game at the end. And Chase has had some good runs, but he's also had some bad ones.
Yeah,
I think he's consistent. That's what maybe put him in there. He's not out there winning, but like he's just. I mean, he was in the fight for the regular season championship for crying out loud. So
Yeah.
if as long as he can maintain consistency, I think that buys him pretty far. But you got freaking Atlanta, you got Talladega in the first 2 rounds. So it's like, what kind of craziness can happen there? I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, it's my round of 8, man. When I got rid of Willie B and Denny Hamlin, I'm just like, I can see it happening. I don't like it, but it's a lot of good drivers, and they're all doing. The other guys are doing better right now, so that's my justification for getting rid of Hamlin and Willie Byron.
I mean, Hamlin would have been fine to put in the Final Four if it wasn't for the freaking penalty they got.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
That kills.
that damn dog, man.
I have Blaney going out round of 12 because I think he's just had so much shit luck this latter half of the season. I'm like, I just feel like he's not. I feel like that's going to continue into the playoffs, and he's just something's going to catch him out in that round of 12, and he's just not going to get lucky. Meanwhile, I kind of have MTJ making a little bit of run to the round of 8, just because I think he's. I don't know. They made juice up that car a little bit for him.
Yeah. right there with you on that one.
Yeah, that's my logic there. Denny, I think that's kind of a hopeful pick for the champ. I mean, I'm not a Denny fan, but I think we've talked about it here before. I just don't want him to have the Mark Martin legacy of, oh, he's a great driver, but I don't want that asterisk on his career because I think he's one of the greats of the sport who's still in it right now. So I think that he deserves one,
Mhm.
Yep. Zach with Alex Bowman making the round to 8.
Consistent again.
Fair.
Just going with
Agree.
that. You have 2 rounds where again, you got a road course and a super speedway. Second round, road course, super speedway.
Yeah,
Bowman's
that's true.
He's just
He's
a
there.
grinder, man. He's there. He won Chicago, albeit strategy call mostly, but I mean, he's just consistent. He finds a way. So it's the same thing with Elliott. Like they're sort of similar, but I think Elliott's a little bit better. They're just both very consistent and able to just point everybody to death right now. Byron, I was on the fence between. I almost did have the same Final Four as you and Joe Drake, but I was on the fence about Byron just because I just haven't seen enough out of him lately. I mean, he was doing okay yesterday, but I don't know. I just haven't seen the speed lately. They're really it's certainly. Well, no, I guess they did get hot because they made the Final Four last year, but it just felt like last year too. They were really hot at the beginning of the year, then kind of fizzled out mid-year. So,
I mean, my thought is that I think
they're probably messing with stuff. Would be my guess.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week or a couple weeks ago or something where he is not doing well, but he started off so well and then he kind of fell off. Well, it's like, well, a lot of that could probably be due to them kind of tinkering with the car to see what changes they can make to other cars or what might help them in the long run. So I think that they're going to switch back to what they're doing before in the playoffs and he's going to get hot and make it through.
And because he's won at Atlanta too, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of gut and just like general performance it's sort of recency bias mostly for my picks.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I have Kyle Larson as my champion just because I said it at the beginning of the year. I got to stick with it now that the fix is in. Kyle Larson is winning the championship for the HMS 40th anniversary. So I'm going to stick with my original prediction and we'll see where that gets me.
So speaking
Obviously,
of that,
I don't want that.
Kyle Larson could have had the regular season championship if
without missing Charlotte.
Didn't miss Charlotte.
Yep, you would have had it.
So that one kind of came back to bite him in the butt. The team still wins the owner's points, which, whatever. But when you stop and think about the other guys that are not in the playoffs, that could have been, if it was just, a little bit different. You had Kyle Busch at Atlanta, lost by what, 0.09 or 009?
I don't
And
know.
then you
like
have
that,
Busher at Kansas.
Yep.
Closest finish ever. And it comes back and bites him. So what could have been, right?
And or even Busher at Darlington 1 if he doesn't wreck out with Reddick. There's a lot of points right there.
Yeah. And Kyle finishes second the last 2 weeks. Ugh. Last 2 weeks, Kyle finishes second, Christopher Bell finishes third, and they both lose to a first-time winner. Bullshit.
Yep. But,
first-time
this next
winner for
round,
the season. Not first-time winner. First-time winner for Burton, not Briscoe.
Atlanta, Watkins, Glen, Bristol. Kind of an interesting, the super speedway, road course, short track.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix. We'll see what happens there, I guess. They said the tire's supposed to wear. I saw a post somewhere that said like the original tire test there, it was like 6 seconds of fall off, and then they did like some other tests and it was down to 3. So I don't know if the teams like figure it out or what, but
They'll figure it out as they always do. But hopefully
fall off would be nice. That's all I know.
Yeah, hopefully there still is for sure.
Yeah, hopefully they don't cut it in half again. Now all of a sudden we're only down to like a second and a half. I mean, the problem with like leaning on the tires so much is the teams are so smart. Like, I mean, I don't think they get enough credit. Like, they will figure out how to optimize whatever tire you give them. Yes, when you first do it at a tire test and they don't know what they're doing, they're going to have crazy fall off. But then each time they do it, they're just going to get a little better, a little better, a little better. Next thing you know, you got nothing.
Yep. All right. Well, Xfinity race, Seabell.
Yeah.
Pulls out a win.
Lucky. Poor Sheldon Creed, dude.
Sheldon Creed loses another race on a late race restart. Just
it It was the pit stop that really lost it for him.
Well, yeah,
'Cause
but
he
if that
got- he got
caution never
jumped
came
by-
out.
Well, yeah, the caution screwed him first because he was gonna win there, and then they had the pit stops. And he went from first to third, and then he was just screwed.
Yeah. Yep. But it was kind of a fun race to watch. You had a bunch of Cup drivers. You had Bell, Chastain, Elliott, Gregson, and Logano, which Logano didn't last long. That motor blew up pretty quick. But yeah, no, it was a fun one to watch.
It always is. Them cars drive so good there.
Yep. All right.
There's
Before we
so much
hop
fun
into the news, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Yeah, do all the things. Make sure to tune in every Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern. All right. The 2025 schedule has been released. Finally.
About time.
It was like 3 months ago they were saying it could be any week now. And
Yeah, Bob's been saying that. He's like, a new week. I don't know.
yep. Well, Cup Series, whoa, what happened to this? That's the
Click
old
on the-
schedule, isn't it? Yeah, that's this year's schedule.
Click on that
Mhm.
little. Somehow you embedded the. You got
Yeah.
the tab.
Somebody deleted the new schedule. It's the old schedule now. But Cup Series is going to Mexico.
It's to the right of the picture.
Oh, it's just wrote out.
How zoomed in are you, brother? God,
That's what
I
I'm
didn't even
saying.
look at it. I
Jesus
can see it.
Christ. See it one cell at a time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see it here.
Well, Cup Series is doing the Clash at Bowman Gray, February 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madhouse.
Mm,
The Madhouse,
I'm
baby.
not that excited for it.
No,
I'm not.
I'm not either.
Everybody's
The short-
making this big deal about it. I'm not. Cool.
I mean, if I can somehow fall into tickets or something, or maybe we can get media passes, I'll go. But
No.
I'm not.
There's
going
no
out of my
way.
No, there's no
I
way.
think that'd be cool. I don't hate it.
But it's
Yeah.
it's not an SMI run event, so that's what. I mean, we still won't get media passes anyway, but more of a chance.
Yeah.
I have no feelings of it one way or the other. It's just an event. I don't feel bad about it. I don't get excited about it.
I think my thing is, I think it's sick. I mean, obviously, North Carolina, I love Bowman Gray. The short trackage is gonna make me hate it though. That's my thing. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome.
They should let them race all late models.
Yeah.
Put late models and race around there.
Give them all super lates, and maybe it'll snow. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
For the first time in like 100 years, it snows in North Carolina. It's Bowman Gray weekend.
That day.
Wet weather
Yeah.
tires. Put them on.
Yeah, I know. Snow tires.
Yep.
They got that.
Coda moving to the third race. Moving Vegas down a couple. And we've all been saying, let's move Sonoma earlier in the season so we have a nice green racetrack. Now we're moving that to late July.
Oh yeah,
Even
That's
hotter.
smart. Yeah.
love that.
Let's see what we got. Trucks and Xfinity are going to run at Rockingham. So welcome
I'm
back
excited.
to Rockingham.
That's gonna be
The
cool.
trucks are adding Lime Rock Park.
That's an iRacing staple right there
Yep.
for your rookie classes.
Richmond lost a race to Mexico, which it's Richmond. Iowa's
Agree
still
with that.
there. It's basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not paving Iowa, by the way. Do you see that
I-
going around?
Yeah. The why? Like, I know we had a good race, but pave it, please. It looks stupid.
It looks terrible.
And I guess I want to point out too, we have our like TV, like what Fox and everything. Fox doesn't really like, they have the Daytona 500, but that's really all they got. Prime, Amazon Prime's got the 600. They got Mexico.
That's why
TN
that's why they're killing race up or killed race up.
Yeah, good.
They're all mad.
And
I
then
saw Jamie Little when they announced Mexico. Jamie Little tweeted something out, said, "Oh, I'm so excited to see us go to Mexico, but disappointed that it won't be on NASCAR and Fox." I said, "You are the only one disappointed by that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Amazon Prime. Use your primers, chat.
Yep. No, I'm excited for the next season. I
like
wish the playoff race would be somewhere different, but no, it's a good
Yeah.
schedule.
I like the switch up in broadcasters, broadcast networks. Like I think it almost sort of like, I don't know, it's like a rejuvenating. Or it's like, I don't know what the word I'm thinking of is, but it's like something new, like in the middle of the season. you know, somebody's different style, they have different, you know, presentation and all that. It's just like sort of a refresh on the long season.
And it gives, you know, maybe not really competition, but you know, it's like, all right, NBC and Fox
I mean, it does.
have been the guys, right? So now it's all right, hey, y'all gotta lock in your stuff, or Prime gets more races, TNT gets more races. You know, so I think that, and obviously Fox could give a shit less. They're pretty much all the way out at this point, which is good. But you know, so
yeah, but Fox, you know, getting rid of Race Hub, and TNT is now going to have a Thursday night show. So
there you go.
Good for TNT. These new guys are coming in and kind of giving us a bunch of stuff that we're missing or haven't had for a while.
When does the CW take over Xfinity? When does that happen?
It's the playoffs.
soon,
so
right? Yeah, playoffs.
2 races, I think, for Xfinity.
Playoffs.
Yeah, Kansas is the first week. So whenever that is. I haven't heard that, Joe, so I'm not going to talk about it.
That's fine.
Christian Eckes is going to join Colleague Xfinity Series next year. Good for him. Let's see. Richard Childress says losing his appeal changes NASCAR.
Shut up.
Yeah, get over yourself, Richard. We just saw somebody kind of get right hooked, and guess what? No penalty. Nothing's changed. It's still a good old NASCAR, you little silver spoon.
I just don't know when was cleaning someone out for one, cleaning 2 people out for the win ever a part of NASCAR. When was that NASCAR?
With a spotter in your ear yelling "wreck 'em."
Right.
It's never funny to me that like no one would be more up in arms against this if it happened to his drivers. Yeah.
I mean, you remember Reddick and Cindric, like that.
Yeah.
That incident with Cindric at Gateway, and I think it was Reddick at Pocono. He was like, "Oh, he did it on purpose." They're purely racing deals.
It's like, dude, like I understand standing up for your team, standing up for your guy, but like even when Chase right hooked Denny, we all knew what happened, and you know
I don't know. There's a lot of Chase fans. He deserved it.
Well, okay, I should rephrase that. Like even Rick wasn't making a big fuss about it. He knew Chase effed up, and they probably appealed for less points or something, but like they weren't making a big fuss about it. Only RC would be the one to, like, he would take this to the Supreme Court if he could, and maybe he will. I don't know, but too late now, bud.
Yeah. I mean, we still saw quintessential NASCAR, because to me, what is classic NASCAR was like we saw an example of it when Denny Hamlin moved Byron. Like it was just a little nudge, and he just got him up the track. Byron got a little loose and lost some momentum, and Denny drove right on by. Like that is NASCAR, not just going in from 5 cars back and fucking sending it into Joey Logano, and then right hooking Denny Hamlin on top of it.
Yeah, I just don't get how he doesn't see a difference between what Austin Dillon did and what has literally happened for 50 years. I
mean, it wasn't just him. I heard some media people say it. I'm not going to say who, but like they're like, "Oh, this is going to change the way drivers race." Like, no, it's not. This is clearly something completely different.
Well, I can think of one person that's in the media that said that, and that guy's a freaking idiot. So, and he's kind of a NASCAR shill, but yeah. Any other news you guys can think of off the top? Oh, Brandon Jones back to JGR in the Xfinity Series.
Woo!
How much money? I asked earlier in our Discord when this came out, who is his family? Like, where are they getting this money? And it turns out his dad is the president and CEO of Ream. So,
well, there you have it.
They got a lot of money.
Yep.
They have dollars, that's for sure, which is unfortunate. Because that, like, I think there was someone was like, and I think JGR still has some spots to fill, but that should be Ryan Truex, man. He's winning races, in very few starts, and Mr. Moneybags is doing it. So what are you gonna do?
Yep. Okay. Well, I think Austin's gonna have to hop off.
Bye.
Survivor real quick. Can we do that real quick?
Pup's being crazy.
Let me go to the thing. I don't have the score ready. We'll have to figure that all out later. We'll figure the score out later. But I mean, all the drivers are open again anyway, so we can pick the drivers.
Your pick.
I think I won the regular season. But anyway,
I think I did.
Yep, Drake did. Where are we going?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. God,
Atlanta.
I don't know. Shit, I haven't given this name.
Joy. Okay.
Actually, that might not be a bad pick. Harrison Burton.
Yes.
Nope, you
I'm
said
gonna go
it.
Brad.
That's what you gotta pick.
Brad. I'm going Brad.
All right, I'm going Chase
Austin.
Elliott.
Oh fuck! I was actually gonna do that.
Great pick.
As long as he wrecks, as long as there's someone to wreck in front of him doing the race, then he should get it.
Excuse me. What?
You heard me. All right. On that note, I'm out. See you, boys.
See ya.
Goodbye. Is it me or Andrew?
You.
Me. Let's go with.
Put that in. Wrong one.
No, not me. I'll go with. Damn, why is it so hard?
You have every driver to pick from.
I know.
That's the problem.
I know that's a problem. Because I'm like, do I go with like Bubba or Michael, even though they're not in the playoffs, or hell, give me damn it, the hell. Kyle
Pick
Busch.
Joe.
Why not? Kyle Busch.
There we
God
go. Jesus.
damn it! That's literally who I was going with. But okay, well that
Dude, I can't-
changes everything for me.
I can't tell you how happy I'll be if Kyle Busch fucking wins. I need Kyle Busch win so bad.
Yeah.
Who you
Well,
got?
let's go with. Oof, I'm gonna go Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs. Oh, I was confused. Like, what number is he again?
Yeah, you're about to do Tyler Reddick.
I know. I was like having a brain fart. I was like, wait a minute.
All right.
All right.
Well,
There's that.
we skip the kill count. Josh Berry gets 7 for his massive wreck that he caused, and Truex
Fair.
gets 1 for taking out Blaney. Other than that, I mean,
Also fair.
everything was. I got the Todd Gillen one for LaJoy. Not LaJoy, Busher, I have to add. I missed that one. Is Busher even on the list? Welcome to the list.
Welcome to
it
the
is.
list, Chris Buescher.
Oh, that list. Yeah.
Show is Truex, man. That was his first.
First kill.
Kind of crazy. Yeah. So still Bowman with 19, Kyle Larson at 18. We're going to a road course or a super speedway, so it can change.
It certainly could.
Okay. What else we have to talk about, guys?
I don't know, man. Just getting ready to run to the playoffs. The last 10 races of the season. This week
Yeah.
I'm 75% complete with the season.
What do you think about the break that we have now in the middle of the schedule? So don't we have a break?
Yeah.
Or no,
I think we have an
I
Easter
thought-
break. We have the
Yeah.
Easter weekend off.
I think that's
Or at
the
least
weekend
Cup
off.
That's the only week, and then it's like 28 races straight or something like that.
And then
Yeah, boy.
was it Freddie complaining about having to work 28 weeks in a row or something like that?
I mean, they all get happy about it. I mean, whatever. Like, it's got to suck. I'm not going to say it doesn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
I get it, but I
You
work
have the
28
whole
weeks in a row.
winter off.
Yeah.
they'll tell you they don't have off. They have to do stuff. It's
They
not
don't
like-
have to. They choose to. They go and do like the chili bowl. And
Well, no, I
something
think
like
they have to
that.
do shit at the shop. I don't know what all they got. They all have to
And
do.
Brian Murphy is probably
very stuff.
bitching about it. We also my weekly 10-second F1 Ferrari won and double McLaren podium. And that
Yeah.
was talking F1. It is crazy that Red Bull hasn't won a race in
They fell off
5 or so races.
hard.
Yeah, they really are not doing, which is crazy because we were at the beginning of this like in February, like, oh, F1 Max is going to win every race, and now it's not. Let me see what the manufacturer standings are. McLaren is it's 446 to 438, Red Bull to McLaren, so getting kind of close. Might have to actually watch them F1.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Max has still got a huge leading point, so that's
Yeah,
never-
he'll still win driver for sure.
That's I don't know. I guess they just phoned in the rest of this season, called it good.
And I don't even know what the hell's going on in IndyCar because they don't market their product.
Yeah, do they have a race this weekend? I don't even know.
Yeah, they're
They
at
raced.
Milwaukee Mile.
Yeah, that's right. They're in Milwaukee.
Oh,
I-
yeah, that's right. Trucks were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I forget
Okay.
who won. I think Scott
Probably.
McLaughlin.
probably Penske.
If
Right?
I knew about that race, I probably would have watched it, but I didn't know about it. Probably on a
Interesting.
Sunday too, and I didn't do anything. Crazy.
Yeah, it was before the Cup
Marketing was
race.
shit. It was before the Cup race?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I did do shit Sunday. My days are all messed up. We had Monday off. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
it was before they actually led the broadcast from IndyCar into the Cup race.
No, that's actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
Watched a little racing before that. I would have missed because I was at the fantasy football stuff. But okay. Well, I have 2 weeks off coming up, which means it's going to be Zach, Joe, and Austin
Yep,
running the show.
Dad's
be,
not here.
it's
working in
gonna go
Alabama.
terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to come back and you guys are going to be talking about like
We'll be a football podcast by the time you get
World
back.
War II. Yeah. World War
No.
II strategy by the Polish or something like that. I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Never invade Russia in the winter.
Yeah. But no. I guess you guys have a good couple of weeks without me.
We'll hold it down for you.
Enjoy whatever it is you'll be doing.
Yeah, but on that note, I think I'm just gonna call the stream. Man, it was a short one this week.
That was shortest one of the year.
Not a lot of news. Yeah.
no,
I feel like we missed something.
Surely we did.
I know. Well, I think
We're not
because
perfect.
we've known like half the schedule for like a month, so we didn't have a lot to talk about with that.
Well, I will say you were saying there's a rumor of Bowman going to Spire. When I was at Kansas, I heard a little rumor of that, and I was like, that could happen. But then I also heard that Raja was replacing him, which
I don't know about
see
the
that
Raja.
happening.
No.
Not at this point. Like if Raja had a couple more wins in the season and was doing really well, then maybe. But after that win, he's kind of fallen off, and he's just there, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
and
that team was
you'd want
just
to
saving money.
think that the Bowman win bought him another year, like the Suarez win did, right? But as we know, with contracts are just pieces of paper these days. So
Well, I mean, if Bowman's going to Spire is basically Hendrick Jr. So
true.
I
True.
mean, there could be something in that, their connections or whatever. Like, still a Hendrick driver. Like, same thing that Trackhouse did. It's still a Hendrick driver, just
Colleague. Yeah.
yeah, just at a different organization. So, and I mean, all these cars are just fucking kit cars anyway. So he'll have the same car. He'll have the same motor. I'm sure they'll still give him Hendrick motors. Like, and it makes sense, especially with Rodney Childress. Like, you don't want to just. That was the whole discussion about who you're going to pair with Rodney Childress. Like, you don't get Rodney and then pair him with some rookie who's never driven a Cup car. You want to give it the best shot at a win, and maybe Bowman is that best shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could happen.
I think Zach posted his fan fiction about KB to 2311.
Please.
That Reddit post, that'd be great.
That'd be phenomenal, but it's just not going to happen. Like,
No.
Yeah.
I think people are just baiting Kyle Busch fans because we're so desperate to get away from RCR.
I know. Right?
Hey, man, maybe Kyle's throwing a little fit over there because I mean
he seems super chill. Like, I mean, he's not worked up. He's just like,
I don't know.
Like,
I feel like he's over it. Every time I see him, he's like pissed off and just done.
I'm an old washed up dog, is what he said. So,
I mean, he could have said a lot worse. I mean,
he
Kyle
could've.
Busch tears into that mic and just, this car fucking sucks, and Chase Briscoe's a hack. Like, Pete Kyle Busch would not have been very happy after that race. So,
No. I don't know. I'd like it. I think it'd be kind of cool to see. I'd enjoy that team. Kyle, Reddick, Bubba.
It'd be cool. I'd like to see Kyle go back to Toyota. And people would hate him again.
Charter negotiations.
Not going well.
Apparently
not even close. Not even close.
Curtis
going
Polk
well.
wearing that shirt.
Yeah,
don't
ask me about it because like doesn't.
I don't want to
really
disparage NASCAR. Well, apparently there's a new rule that they're trying to write in, like basically actions detrimental 2.0.
Yeah,
like no bad mouthing NASCAR. Like fucking A.
Silence Denny. That's what they're after.
I mean, maybe.
I mean,
he's out there babbling. How's he gonna have a podcast?
Yeah, right. Just I don't know. Okay, well, That's it for us this week on the Green White Checker podcast. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and Zach, Joe, and Austin will be with you next week, Tuesday, 9:30. See ya.
See you. Bye.
Okay, bye.